All right, this will be the fun part, okay? I can tell you guys, this one here is going to be kind of a look confusing for the first time, but we'll do some warm up, and then we'll do some, I'll give you guys a moment to really think about what the pattern might be, and then we'll do it all together from scratch, okay? It's not too bad, but definitely more challenging than what we should do for binary search. All right, let's now do the warm up first, okay? Warm up. So we got T of n. What if n happens to be n divided by 2, half size? This means I'm going to replace every occurrence of n, 2 occurrences, right, by 2, n divided by 2, n divided by 2, n divided by 2. Watch out here, okay? Very careful. All right, let's see what that should be. That one will be 2 times T of n divided by 2, and then divided by 2. Plus what? N? N divided by 2. Okay, watch out. Okay, because when I was doing this exercise for the first time, I made that mistake. Hopefully you wouldn't do that, right? It should be n divided by 2. Okay, be careful. Okay. So we basically got these occurrences for n divided by 2 right here, and right here, right here. Okay. And of course, you can simplify that if you wish. This one will be n divided by 4. All right, if you're comfortable about this warm-up exercise here, you kind of get for each individual step you have to do for the unfolding. That's a good sign. All right, let's now try to do it. We'll start with the general case, T of n. T of n equals, by definition, 2 times T of n divided by 2 plus n. And what we do is we try to unfold the first time. We're going to see what this is exactly by applying this definition, replacing every occurrence of n over here by n divided by 2, n divided by 2, n divided by 2, which we just did in the warm-up. All right, let's now write it out. So this is what I want to do. All right, 2 times something over here. And don't forget we got a plus n, right? This is something I'm going to unfold. And that one there, we know it should be 2 times T of n divided by 4 plus n divided by 2. I'll pause for one moment to make sure everybody's comfortable. Okay? Now, if you're taking notes, do one more step before I write it out. So what you should do is, you should really try to see if I try to unfold one more step for T of n divided by 4, what should the next one be? Okay, 30 seconds. And then I'll write it out. You might have already been able to see the pattern already, but just bear with me one more step. I would say typically you just need about 1 or 2 unfolding steps. I would say 2 would be safer. You definitely don't need more than 3. That'll be too many. You don't need that. All right. So I got 2 times and then 2 times over here. This is the part I want to do, but let's now copy the rest from before. All right. So what I need to do is this part over here. All right. What should that part be? Well, that one there is going to be 2 times T of n divided by 8 plus what? Yeah, good. Thank you. There we go. That's enough. Things get a bit more complicated, right? If you try to do more unfolding steps, you might just end up confusing yourself. So I think that's enough. And let's see what the goal is. The goal really is we want to keep doing this until we can reach the base case. And usually, the base case you may want to find will be maybe the 1 case, because that will fit more nicely whenever you want to have log, or maybe you want to have some binary nature. But of course, if you think a 0 is also worth considering, go ahead. There might be more than one way to do the unfolding. But for now, let's say our goal is to reach the base case right here. We want to figure out how many unfolding steps should we really do so that we can reach the t of 1. Okay, so I'm going to write t of 1 here first. And that one there, I know itself, by definition, is simply just 1, right? But the problem is, I got so many complicated stuff right here. How do I generalize them? That's my issue, if you agree, right? So there should be 1 plus some very complicated stuff right here that we're going to figure out. So how do we figure it out? You have to identify the pattern. Okay? I would suggest, I'll give you some hints, just another 30 seconds. You can give a try if you want to. If you only look at these, it's not as easy. It's doable. I'm not saying it's not doable. It might be as unnecessarily complicated for you to see the pattern. But why don't you try to simplify this line here, and also try to simplify this line here. I'm pretty sure you can do. If you try to simplify each line, that you will be able to see the pattern easily. Okay? I'll give you guys maybe 30 seconds, not too long, and then I will also guide you through. But just give a try. Okay? Okay, just one moment. Okay, let's take a look. This one here, we don't need to simplify any further. That's pretty much it. But we might be able to distribute the times 2 somehow. Okay, it's actually, there's a nice pattern here. So let me help you with that. Would you agree, first of all, if you see the 2 over here, that can cancel out this 2 here. Agree? Because 2 times n over 2 should really give you n. All right? That's one thing. And then, if you look at, for example, 2 times 2 can also cancel out. Oh, sorry. 2 times 2. Oh, I shouldn't do that. Beg your pardon? No. What am I doing? That'll be enough. Okay? So let me say it again. You got 2 times here, and then you can cancel this out. That'll be enough. And then 2 times 2 itself just 4. All right? So what I can write alternatively is this. Okay? This one here can be rewritten as 4 times t of n over 4 plus 2n. Why 2n? N here, and also 2 times n over 2, which will be n. N plus n. If you have any doubts, you may want to look at the math more closely. All right? So that's a nice simplification that will allow you to see the pattern much more easily. But I would suggest we do one more. Okay? How do we simplify this guy over here? Right? Are we able to do something like how we did it before? Are we able to cancel this out? Are we able to cancel this out? It seems like we can, right? Okay. So for example, you can see that over here, I got the 2 over here that can definitely cancel this out. Okay, and then I got the 2 here and the 2 here. It can definitely be used to cancel this out. Right? And then, of course, I cannot do this, right? You cannot do that. And but 2 times 2 times 2, which will be 8. 8 times t of n over 8. Right? So the simplification should be something like this. It should be 8 times t of n divided by 8, and then plus 3n. Why 3n? N here with this cancel out, and n here with this one cancel out, right? Exactly 3n. Now we should be in a good position to see the pattern. Are you able to see it? Somehow? Much easier, I can tell you. All right? Let's now try to rewrite some denominator. This guy here is 2 to the power of 1. this guy here is 2 to the power of 2. And this one here is 2 to the power of 3. And if you don't mind, let me do one more. Let's say this one here is, of course, 2 to the power of 1. This one here is 2 to the power of 2. And this one here is 2 to the power of 3. All right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can see that, right? I'll just tell everybody, right? It's quite obvious now. Okay? Of course, to really kind of rewrite different terms for you to see the pattern, that's a critical step that you're gonna do by yourself, right? Okay, what's the pattern? So if you look at the exponent here, 1, that tells you you got some multiplicative constant here, 2 to the power of 1. And also you got exactly 1 plus n. Exactly one instance of plus n, just one instance. On the other hand, you see here, you got exponent being 2. That means you also got the multiplicative constant 2 to the power of the same thing. And then how many plus n do you have? 2, right? Exactly 2 here. All right, one more, just to verify. You can see here, the exponent is 3. You got 2 to the power 3 and also 3n. That's the pattern. All right, so now how do you apply this pattern over here to this line over here, right? So there are 2 things. We're gonna write it down, okay? Oh, let me move this a bit right here. So this t of 1, you can think about this t of 1 is like this t of n divided by a little bit like that. Okay, I'm gonna rewrite it in a moment. Something is gonna come before that, multiplicative constant, and something is gonna come after. The one that should come before that should be 2 to the power of something. And also plus something times n. What's that something? That something should be the denominator written as 2 to the power of something. All right, hopefully you can see it, right? Now, how do we rewrite it to see that exponent? Let's now rewrite it. So let's look at the 1 right here. Okay, 1 here is simply equal to n divided by n. Isn't this familiar? We did something very similar last time for binary search. Agree? Okay. So that one is equal to n divided by 2 to the power of something. What's that something? Log n. All right, that's something we said last time. Okay. So you can, once we figure out this exponent here, like figure out this 3 here, everything else can be filled in accordingly. Okay. So this will just be equal to n over 2 to the power of log n. All right. So now I can simply say log n. That's not a okay. Log n over here is going to correspond to this guy here and this guy here. All right. Let's now do one more step. It is going to be equal to 2 to the power of log n times t of 1 is 1 plus log n times n. Right? And then this one here we know pretty well is simply n, which will be equal to n plus n log n. And apparently this is higher term asymptotically. So you can drop this. So what's the running time for merge sort? N log n. All right. So it should be big O of n log n. Okay, so that's a conclusion. You can see this one here can go very badly when you try to unfold or try to see the pattern. If you only try to see the pattern based on, let's say, this and this, it's going to take a long time. You might just get very confused. But as you can see, once you try to simplify each line, it's actually much easier. I wouldn't say that's easy, just easier. Okay. All right, any question about this one here? All good? All right, so we are done with the merge sort over here. And then you really want to review the high-level idea about the Java code and also the tracing and also the running time, right? We cover many things about the sorting. Okay. Okay, we're done with the merge sort.